Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to touch bases with you all on this evening. Real quick, give everybody a chance to log on. I'm not going to keep you real long. Just definitely want to plug you guys into just a couple things on what's going on here with my business and everything. Definitely keep the date. Definitely keep the date of September 15th. September 15th is when I am having actually my next millionaire mixer. It is going to be going down, y'all. Y'all do not understand. September 15th here in Atlanta, Georgia, I am having my next millionaire mixer. It is going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I need to see you all there. So just real quick, I've had a lot of people want to know exactly how my business is actually working and what it has personally done for me. So I definitely want to give you all just a little insight for myself. I do have a 9-to-5 and I work. And actually, it was a couple years ago, as I constantly kept getting my check, we got paid weekly, I kept seeing my taxes being taken out of my check. Now, this is the crazy thing. I kept looking at how much I was making, and then I kept looking at, man, I keep getting hit over the head with these taxes. Now, I always heard, man, we got this great job, we getting paid all this money. But personally, I kept saying, what am I doing wrong? Because what I was bringing in was not constituting to what I personally felt was great. You know what I'm saying? So I had a buddy of mine, and I shared with him. I said, man, I keep getting hit over the head with these taxes. And he told me, man, change it to 3. I said, change what to 3? He said, just change your allowances to 3. I didn't know what that meant. Like most Americans, it's something that's called a W-4. Now, I filled out a W-4 like I thought I should have. And it comes to find out that actually my W-4 was filled out wrong. But I'll tell you how I ended up correcting that as I continue on with my story, man. But you got to understand, I kept getting taxes. So I'll share with you, and I'm going to be very transparent. We got paid weekly, or we do get paid weekly in my job. I was paying over $427 a check. Understand what that says. If I'm paying over $427 in taxes, let's make it more clear for mathematical purposes. $425 a check. That constitutes to $850 every 2 weeks. And that constitutes to $1,700 a month that I was paying in taxes from my check. No lie. Now, I kept saying something has to give. Now, like I said, a buddy of mine, he told me, just change it to 3. I honestly don't remember what I had on allowances, but it wasn't 3. But I put 3 anyway. And I'm thinking, hey, I'm about to be winning. Well, guess what? Ain't nothing changed, because I still kept getting hit over the head with the $425 that was coming out of my check every week. You had state tax, Avalon tax, federal tax, Social Security, Medicare, the 401. I mean, you had so much that kept coming out of my check. Well, shortly after I had this thought, I kept saying something has to give. Well, here's the crazy thing. I went out to eat with someone, and when we got through eating, they took a picture of their receipt. And I just asked simply, what are you doing? And they said, taking a picture of my receipt to write off my lifestyle. And I said, write off your lifestyle? Okay. But I seen that person, and of course I expected them to tell me more, but they didn't. But long story short, that person introduced me to my business which is known as My Econ. Now, My Econ is a personal financial wealth company. And when I got on board with My Econ, my whole perspective on how money works, how I can save, how I've been busting my tail all my years of working was in vain, honestly. What you have to understand is that this world drives on a 40-40-40 system. And what that means is that in America has deemed that 40 hours is a full work week. Now, that means that 40 hours is what most full-time jobs consider full-time. Now, if you go over those 40 hours, sometimes you get overtime. Sometimes it's time and a half, sometimes it's double time. But understand this, the more money that you make on your job, the more taxes come out. I keep saying taxes because the common denominator out of all of this is actually taxes. Now, like I said, I was getting hit over the head with taxes. When I got with My Econ, I understood and was taught, educated. I'm going to use the word educated because I didn't know. I was educated on how powerful owning your own business can be. See, what you have to understand, the knowledge that was instilled in me, which made sense, was that a third of your income when you get paid goes into taxes. Understand that, a third of your income. That means that we work from January to April absolutely free. Absolutely free. A third of your income. So what I learned was that all those taxes that I was paying became a third of my income. At the end of the year, I got something that is called a W-2. A W-2 is a form that you get from your job that illustrates and it shows pretty much a breakdown, an itemized breakdown of how much you've paid into taxes from your check. Well, what do? We take that W-2 to take to our tax professional to file our taxes. Well, then I learned that filing my taxes is required, but to get a refund, that means that you're overpaying in taxes. That's what a tax refund is, overpayment of taxes. So I understood what I was paying into taxes, which was a third of my income, and even filing my taxes. Do you think that I got all that money back? Absolutely not. I only got a percentage. But then I started to learn why I only got a percentage. I started to learn what that percentage was. See, what you have to understand is that most of us think, and I'm going to go back to the other 40-40. I'm a little nervous because I'm super excited about this information. And it honestly is a testament of myself because I sat on the information that I learned for a good while because I wanted it to be used for myself. I wanted to see for myself exactly how it would work. So let me go ahead and explain this. 40-40-40. In America, we have been deemed that 40 hours is considered a full work week. But you get paid for 40 hours, and guess what? You work for 40 years. You start working when you're around 15, 16, 17, and you work for 40 years. And at the end of the day, when you retire after 40 years, guess what? You get paid 40% of your income. 40 hours, 40 years, 40% of your income. You have to understand that concept because I was the one amongst many that were in that tax bracket, the highest tax bracket as a laborer. As a laborer, I go to work every day, busted my tail every day, even ended up in debt trying to figure out what was I doing wrong. I went and got a second job and a third job. But what I was learned or what I was taught and educated on was most people most people, and when I say most people, you got to understand that I'm talking about over 80% of Americans. Over 80% of Americans fall into that tax bracket of being in the highest tax bracket of 33% of your income being gone and taken into taxes. So what I learned is that taxes causes debt, because there's no way that if you're giving away 33% of your income that you actually will be able to recover that, because that causes you to borrow either from credit cards, borrow from either going to get a loan, which sinks you and puts you in more of a debt. So like I said, when I got with my company, I thought I had everything together, even though I was penny pinching because I had so much coming out in taxes. I learned how to income shift. Income shift is a strategy that increases your cash flow, helps you eliminate debt, and creates investment income. What I was educated on is that you have a current lifestyle and you have a future lifestyle. And your current lifestyle is what you live off of. That's what you go to work for every single day. That's what you use to pay your bills, your lifestyle, to handle your business, all the above. All of that comes with your current lifestyle. But your future lifestyle, which is your retirement years, 401, the little simple pension plans, those are becoming to get obsolete. So you have to invest. Not only that, but the biggest thing is credit. Y'all, I was drowning in credit card debt. I had 3, and I kept shuffling from back and forth on paying because I was losing so much money in taxes. What you have to understand is that taxes coming out causes debt. And if there's anything left over after you pay your taxes, after you pay your livelihood, which I'm referring to as debt, if there's anything left over, then you pay yourself. With the income shifting strategy that I learned with my company, you got to understand, I was able to correct my W-4, which I minimized my taxes. Not only did I minimize my taxes, I was able to take that money that I was then shifting back into my pocket to pay down my debt. I paid down student loans. I paid down loans. I paid down my credit cards. As my debt started to decrease, my worth, according to America and this society, started to increase. So that means my credit score started going up. Now, I'm going to be real transparent with y'all. I went from a 616 credit score to right now, I have a 736 credit score. And that was in less than a year. You guys have to understand, this world that we live in is not designed to help us. Understand, and I'm going to leave you with this because I'm not going to hold you too long. Understand this. Wealthy people are privileged to information that poor people are not. And poor people are the ones that are funding this country. You have to understand that. So look, my name is Brandon Caldwell. I did just want to give you a little bit of testimony. Today is Tuesday. I do hope that everybody had a wonderful weekend. I am actually going to move forward this week with a couple more things to educate you guys on. A lot of people have asked me about what I affectionately call the bloody mess because I was in so much credit card debt. So check it out. Tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, I'm going to educate you guys again one more time on the bloody mess. So look, if you really want to understand and learn more about what I learned September 15th, I need you guys to be at my Millionaire Mixer. Inbox me, text me at 678-355-8172. I want y'all there. Text me the keyword more info And I promise you, I will get you guys on the same path as I was to be able to income shift. That, again, is a strategy that increases your cash flow, helps you eliminate debt, and creates investment income. And we can only look and live in our future lifestyle if we invest. All right, y'all. Have a good one.